The ICF Canoe Sprint World Championships are brought to you by the Province of Ontario, the Government of Canada, and Tourism Niagara.
Argentina had a great showing in the heats this morning, as did Russia. The Russian crew will be a force to be reckoned with. They always are strong. They always paddle well. They're always a favorite when they race.
I also like the look of Léo Maisonneuve and Guillaume de Corchemont, lane 7 from France. You're going to see them take off the start, but the Russian crew is way stronger. Oleg Gusev and Pavel Golubenko can paddle this boat well. They are a good sink, they're a great rhythm, but the Argentinian, we've seen him a few times, Augustin Vernice in singles, he's fast. Lane 4 is Argentinian crew, keep your eye on them.
There's the Argentinian crew in the yellow boat, and lane 4 is going to be a force to be reckoned with. To their right, the Russians in lane 5, the Russians are in the yellow boat in lane 5. Perfect, that's the boat to watch, easy to see. To their left is the Argentinians in the white boat, and to their right are the Slovakians in the other white boat. Those three are our favorites going through. Remember, 1 to 3 to the A final, 4 to 7 to the B final, the rest are out.
And off the start, they're going to be going 170 strokes a minute, and then they'll drop it back down to about 130, 140. And you can see in the middle, Tom, what a great start. In lane number 6, we've got the Slovenian crew of Alan Apollonio and Maciej Klobusar taking off fast.
Yeah, and take a look at the Russians in the yellow boat in the middle. Not the fastest off the line, but watch them bring it up now. About 100 meters into the race, the athletes will settle into a pace. That red buoy right there is actually the first 100, so they're just 3/4 of the way through their start. They'll start reaching it out a little longer. Here are the Argentinians at the top of your screen. They're very connected, this crew. Very impressed by how in sync they are. Look at that. You should see body doubles. It should just look like one athlete is exactly the same as the other athlete in terms of when they're catching, when they're exiting, and how they pump with their legs.
And in the yellow boat, you can see the Russian crew. They're not the biggest crew out there, but again, they are very fit and very in sync. They can paddle this boat well.
And it's clear now the Russians are a little bit ahead. They've got maybe a half boat over the rest of the field. That's what they want. They've got to come in top 3. They want to get to that A final. Look at that yellow boat in the middle. Just a little bit out on the rest of the field.
And high up on top of your screen, Tom, in lane number 2 in the white boat is the Belarusian crew. They're starting to make a move, but right immediately to the left of the Russian crew in the yellow boat, you've got the Argentinian crew of Augustin Vernice and Manuel Lescano.
Yeah. Here are the Russians. Look at the way they've relaxed a little bit. We saw that piece earlier where they were starting. Now we see them relaxing. It's a little bit calmer, but they're approaching the 500-meter mark, and they've got a nose on the field, and that's what you want. This is a very fast race. In the C1s we saw earlier, it's a little longer, but here we see the Russians have 3/4 of a boat at the 500-meter mark. It is Russia, Argentina, and in lane 6, Slovakia.
And I like the look of France. Guillaume de Corchemont and Léo Maisonneuve, they're starting to make their move now, and they're trying to reel in the Slovenians to their left, Alan Apollonio and Maciej Klobusar.
The Russians now are just going to try to keep this pace efficient, keep it long. They want to save a little bit for the finish if they need it. This isn't a medal race. Not everyone's going crazy. First is as good as third for most people. However, you do want to get into the middle of the field in that final, which means if you finish first, you have a lane in the middle of the course come the final on Saturday.
We've got 6 boats in contention now, Tom, to make it through to the finals. You can take a look at these U18 paddlers. This is their first taste of international competition, and the nerves are out, the jitters are gone. This is all about everything for the finals. The top 3 only are moving on to the A final. This is what these kids have flown across various countries to get here for. But in the middle, the Russians in the yellow boat, and in lane number 6, you can see the Slovenians really kicking it up now. And to their right in the white boat is Maisonneuve and de Corchemont from France. And here we go for a great finish, Tom.
We are at the 200-meter mark. The crew in the middle, the Russians in the yellow boat, still have the lead just over lane 6, Slovenia, but is very close. The Argentinian crew in lane 4 is fighting hard. It is a 3-boat race right now, but there's athletes nipping at the heels of these other boats all around them. It is very close, far closer. This is the closest race we've seen all day, in fact. Look at the Russians. It looks like they've just been overtaken by lane 6. The white boat to the right of the yellow boat looks like it's just taken the lead. Argentina still looks strong up at the top of your screen to the left of the yellow boat. Still looks like it's those 3, but in lane 7, the French crew is fighting hard for that 3rd spot.
This looks like Slovenia, Tom, in lane number 6. Apollonio and Klobusar are going to take this one. And to their left is the Russian boat in the lane number 5 in the yellow, and in there for third, it looked like lane number 4, the Argentinians, Vernice and Lascano.
And here are the results. Semi-final number 1 of the K2000 meters. See Slovenia in first, 3:38. That's a solid time in this win, followed by Argentina, 39, and Russia in 3. Those are the 3 boats that we will see in the A final.